listen. And listen, because do you hear that echo? God damn. I'm gonna fill this room with furniture, don't you worry. But I am, well, I guess this is the tail end of moving, because at this point, the things have been moved, the things have been put out. We just gotta hang a few things and then make money so that we can buy a few things. Needless to say, we are still moving, which is why I haven't had a new DTF video. That's it. And I know this is incredibly late, but I thought, why not? You know, I haven't seen DTF episode 3 yet. I know. So I thought perhaps I would talk about episode 2, since that's the only thing that I know about. Quickly upload that, then, you know, basically I'll catch up. Let's pretend that episode 3 has not yet happened, because so there's comments happening on my episode 1 videos, and I would love to reply, but I don't want to accidentally see spoilers, because I think some people are assuming I've seen those episodes. I haven't. I've been busy, so here we go. Yellow, my little filmer dudes, and my super sleuths for joining me on another DTF Who Did It? I guess this is a little bit of a murder mystery. I suppose it's a murder mystery. But to be honest, episode 2, the only thing that episode 2 does for me is that it confirms that Carol and Clark had an affair, not that they did it. So we'll talk more about that. But first, HBO, they fully know how to turn an intro into a party. Again, for me, it's only been 2 episodes, and I think this is going to be the same case for the remaining season. But every time I start one of these episodes and that intro starts, I grab the remote. I'm like, do not touch that remote. Do not touch that skip button. It is such a good intro, and I don't really know why, but it's fantastic. And you know what? HBO has their track records of great intros. Peacemaker season 2, anybody? And I just want to say right here, right now, that in just this episode 2, the second episode alone, David Harbour, my God, if he isn't at least nominated for an award, either at the Oscars or the Golden Globes, what have you, he better be nominated, because this man is doing so much already in these 2 episodes alone. The man is living, the man is dying, he's acting his heart out, he's dancing his heart out, he's doing all of the things, and it is fantastic. I don't know if he's actually learned ASL. I don't know ASL, so I can't really say for sure, but if anybody does know ASL and they do know, let me know, because that'd be interesting to know if he's actually doing like breakdance ASL and if it's actually translating. Because if he did, then definitely deserves that for learning ASL. But if not, then, you know, it's fine, it's whatever. So, how did Floyd find out about Clark and Carol's affair? That is the first question that came to mind when I saw this episode. And I think the answer might be Emmy. I think Floyd and Emmy got really close, but not in the sense of like, I'ma kiss you up real close. It's more of the you're my new bestie real close. Because I just don't think that they would actually cheat on each other. I mean, if you see Emmy's look when she was looking at the news about Clark being arrested and Clark having an affair, it wasn't one of like immediate heartbreak. It was one of like, she kind of already knew. And it's kind of interesting to me, because if you really think about it, each pairing is with the wrong individual. I mean, Emmy and Floyd are more of a pair than Clark and Emmy are. I had to think about who the names were, because Floyd is all about taking care of children, even if they're not his own. He's looking out for Richard. He's looking out for Emmy's girls with their dance classes, something that Clark didn't even bother to do. Who knows if Clark even knew about his girls wanting to learn about dance. My guess is that he didn't. And that's the thing with Clark. He doesn't care about his kids. He doesn't really care about his girls. He seems like he cares. And he's like, you're a good father. He's like, cool. What a response, dude. That still baffles me. In episode 1, just, oh, you're a good father. Cool. My goodness. I mean, the swing wasn't for the girls, it was for him. So the question now is, will Emmy and Floyd have an affair together? And honestly, I think the answer right now is no, but Possibly, but that's a little bit of a cheap answer. But I think no. I'm gonna stand on no. They're not gonna have an affair together, because if Emmy and Floyd became besties and not lovers, if Emmy were to find out then about Clark and Carol, she would then feel an obligation to go to Floyd and be like, hey, your wife's cheating on you. You better do something about this. You know, I think that Emmy is a bro, so I give that to Emmy. So then the question with Carol is, what happened to her first husband or lover? It could be a lover, we don't know. But I mean, she's got a baby daddy somewhere. Richard belongs to someone. He's got to. So what happened? Where is he? Did he die? Is there a divorce? I would like to know. The second question is, how, and I mean how, did Floyd and Carol meet, and what was the thing that made them fall in love with each other? Because once again, Clark and Floyd, sorry, not Clark and Floyd, Emmy and Floyd, Clark and Carol, they seem more like a perfect fit. But again, opposites do attract, which was nice to see when Carol is like, no, I do love Floyd, I do love my husband, I do want to do the right thing. Good on you, Carol, for wanting to do the right thing after the fact. But at least it didn't linger. I'm still curious about Carol's backstory. Who is Richard's father? What happened? And just I guess really, that's it. Who's Richard's father and what happened? And let's keep in mind that Carol is a little bit, how do I avoid the term psychotic in this situation? I mean, she's very clearly psychotic. She's mentally broken, almost just like Clark. Oh my God, the similarities continue. She, just like Clark, is also a pathological liar. She's also just a tad egotistical, but unlike Clark, she does care about Floyd. She really does deep down care about Floyd. But regardless, I feel like anytime this woman is speaking, she is lying. Just like Clark, and we'll get to him, but I feel like almost anything we've heard her say in this show is a lie. Just a very few things that have been truths. And she does have tells, just like Clark does. After all, she lied to Clark about the go-getter. She lied to the detective about basically everything. And she even used the can you speak up tactic, which I thought the whole scene was hilarious. However, I don't think she's lying about killing Clark or being involved with the murder of Clark thereof. I think that she is covering up for Richard. I think that's her role in this. If she is implicated, and I kind of feel like she is in some way, she is covering up for Richard, because otherwise how would Richard know how to do the amphazine? Is that how you say it? The amphazine? The meds. Clark's meds. Carol's the one who is covering up. That's my final whatever. But anyway, back to Clark's tell. He has a tell when he lies. Clark stutters a lot. He doesn't complete a full thought. He kind of starts and then stops, kind of goes back, and then like finds the thought that he wants to say and kind of keeps going. He pauses a lot. He uses a ton of filler words like the, I mean, just pick a filler word, he uses it. And most of all, he looks away and then has this insane pause. And then once he's like kind of comfortable in like lining up that truth with his lie, he will look at you. But it's not a confidence. It's not a confidence look. It's more of a like, we're testing the water, see if you can catch me. So when watching his interrogations, it is just a little bit difficult to distinguish what is the truth, what is not. And I really don't want to look back. We watch a whole hour of episode 1 just to see, because I noticed this tell in episode 2 after all. That's why I'm saying it in episode 2. Clark is a master of telling half-truths, half lies. He will tell you the truth with a lie or lie with the truth. Either one, pick it, but that scene when he's setting up his DTF St. Louis with Floyd was all the information that one needed. However, when he is telling like the hard truth, he's quick and he is firm with the responses. Like that's his truth tell. He will look at you dead in the eye and he won't like be like mad at it. He'll be like firm, be like what the hell's wrong with you? Like this is the truth. Like I'm telling you the truth. This is truth. It's a matter of fact kind of tone. And if I get this wrong, by the end of the series, then, I mean, I'm sorry for wasting your time. But why would Clark get close to Floyd after the fact? I genuinely believe that Clark was trying to get Floyd to cheat on Carol and then catch Floyd in the act so that he could show Carol and so that Carol would leave Floyd and go to Clark. These are a lot of names that I'm really purposely trying to remember, and it's really difficult. I don't know why, but I almost genuinely wondered if Clark paid Modern Love to meet up with Floyd, because it just seems weird how like Floyd's like, oh, I haven't got anything since Modern Love. I see you, Clark. I think that Clark might have paid Modern Love to meet up with this guy. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think that is Clark's plan. Now, I wanted to talk about this kind of last because this is the part that is the most mystery. At least it is to me. What happened to Floyd when he was younger, and how on earth did he get to this point in life and death? Meaning, how on earth did Floyd get onto a sexy magazine? And what happened that caused him to start gaining weight? What was that catalyst? What were all of the catalysts? Who, like, I kind of feel like Floyd has been taken advantage of throughout his entire life. And I mean, obviously we're gonna know, but I need to know, because I feel like this is part of the puzzle piece, a big puzzle piece to the mystery. Am I making sense? And finally, my suspect number one, it's still Richard. I still think that Richard did it, and I think that Carol is covering up for Richard. Again, this episode didn't give me, quite frankly, anybody any reason to believe that it's not Richard or that it's anybody else, because there's no evidence at all in any of these two episodes to indicate any of the other two people. It's still a possibly, because obviously it could possibly be one of them, but you gotta think outside of the box, and so that's what I tried to do, and that's Richard. That's Richard. So my social media links are in the description below. I'm gonna quickly edit this, watch episode 3, and then maybe kick myself in the booty, and then film my review for that and try to get that up before episode 4, and then do the same for episode 4. Then we'll be caught up. So there you go. Alrighty. Well, my social media links are in the description below, and I will see you next time. You've just been Montified.